Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to my channel. The name's Mr. Plays, and today in Sons of the Forest, we're doing an Essentials guide. But before I go into the idea of the video, quickly scroll down and click subscribe, and while you're there, click the like button. It helps to let me know what content you all enjoy. Done? Fabulous. Right, so today's video, we are doing an Essential guide, like I said. So that is everything that I feel is essential for when you start Sons of the Forest, or well, at least when you start making a base in Sons of the Forest, because oh, sorry, I did not expect that. There's been a few updates, and so I've only just noticed that is one of them. Anyway, yeah, so these are the things that I feel that you should focus on when it comes to starting your base, and there's a reason why I think that, and I'll explain that to you as we go through. So to start with, what I'm going to do, just for the ease of it, because I've already got stuff set up, I'm going to get Kelvin, or as I like to call him, Kevin, and follow me. He's not close enough to one of my collectors. Come on, come on. I thought that was like a mountain goat then. Oh, that's quite full. I'm gonna need more, to be honest. Have I got one round here? I do. It's empty. Fabulous. Right, so. I think it's completely empty. You get sticks and fuel holder. There we go. Right, so. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is a fish trap. That costs 25 sticks, and to use it you have to place it in water. So let's find it. Traps. Fish trap. Here you go. So fish trap looks like this and costs 25 sticks. And so you bring it up. I brought that page up by pressing B. You originally start on this one, so you use the switch mode by holding X. Comes over here, that's your trap section, and it's fish trap. I'm going to rotate it so it faces me. I've got a couple in here already, as you can see there's one to the left. Make sure it's, so you can put it like it's under the water, but make sure you're able to get to it easily, otherwise you can't get your fish out. I've done that before on a single player and it failed. As you can see over here, we've got another one. Now, the idea of this is it's an easy food collection because you don't have to put anything in it and you just leave it there, and then all of a sudden, a few days later, you've got fish in it. You can take it out and you can then cook the fish and you've got food. So I'm going to collect 25. 10, 20. You can only carry 20 at a time. There goes Kelvin. I'm going to call him Kevin because I like calling him Kevin. Come on. Here we go. So, fill this up. And it's literally as simple as this. You collect the sticks, you put it in there, and you put it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And so, once you've done this, you leave it, and I'll show you the progress once come to the end of the video. I'll come back and we can have a look at how much fish this trap has collected in the time that I've shown you everything else. So that is literally the thing that I recommend first. Set up 2, 3 of these if you want, because the more food the better. And you just come over here. I can't carry any more fish, but you can pick them up. See, I've got drying racks somewhere over here. There we go. I've got a drying rack set up over here. I don't know what them birds think they're doing, but you come over here, you put the fish on, and you wait for them to dry, and you can see them dripping. Once they're dry, you can just eat them off here. See, bang, nom. It does do your food quite nicely. And so I'm just going to put my other one back on it. Go. You can only carry 3 fish at a time, but I think per fish catcher you can collect 6 fish at a time. I'm missing a rock. How many is that? 3, 6. Okay. I'm missing a rock. Let me... Have I got any rocks in my inventory? Small rocks. Okay. There we go. I don't know where that gone, but it gone. Right, so coming on to the next bit, which you've already just seen over here, the drying rack. So you go back into your B menu, and you go storage. You come across a couple of times, and you've got a drying rack. So it's going to cost you 9 sticks. It is... Okay. I don't know. Why did you... I didn't... Oh, maybe I clicked that by accident. Whoops. There we go. I might have just touched my mouse pad by accident. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here. What is that? It's just brutalised a bunny. You cruel thing. I'm going to place that there. And everything that I'm going to do today is going to be along here. So I can show you the full 360 view of it. So let's... Just to save the time, I'm not going to go out and collect them one by one. But you would. You'd either get Kelvin to do it, which I think is easy because you can just have them drop them somewhere. You pick them up, and then you just collect them and do whatever you need. See, some people would say that this, as your stick holder, is the first thing you should build, but the stick holder you can do second. The drying rack you can do whenever, as long as it's up by the time you need to start drying food. So that's why I recommend it as one of the other things that you get done quickly, because of how often you may need to use it and how long it does actually take food to dry. So, but 9 sticks, you don't need anything else, you just attach the food to it. Let me go get some more fish and I'll just show you from scratch what it will look like once... Yeah, I forgot to add that fish phone. Yeah, so each trap gets 6 fish. It's another bunny. Stuff's starting to confuse me on here. I thought I saw a wolf. Anyway, so you come over, you hold E to open up your menu. It gives you straight to where your meat will be stored. Hover over it, left mouse button, and it sits straight up. You don't need a fire under it like I have over there. I've just done that for aesthetics, and plus all your cooking's then in one place, because you walk over there if you want food quickly that's not on your, and your drying rack takes too long, you can just put it straight on the fire. Come on. I'll leave that actually, because that just shows you what it looks like at the end. That's a full fish trap. 6 fish in there. That's what it looks like. I haven't done anything to it. I've literally just left it there. But that again, that's a nice quick. All of these are going to be really quick. to do because of how simple they are, but people, for the fact that I knew nothing about this game, I joined this game and I had no clue what was the best thing to start with, where to start, what to do, how to build. And so that's why I'm making this video, because I feel that to get the best out of the game you need to know where to start. And this is where I feel you should start with these things specifically. Whichever order you feel, I just recommend that you do the fish trap first, because while you're doing everything else, that fish trap is collecting food for you. And then you do your drying rack, because once that fish trap's full, if you have more than one, you're then getting double, and you can fill up that drying rack so it's drying and you have food prepared. Because drying does take a long time, you don't have to worry about sitting around starving if you've done your drying rack and food's already dried on it, because you had that extra bit of time for it to be drying while you're building everything else. Now we're going to get on to the bit underneath the drying rack, which I will put in the same place, which is a fire. You can't do it through this menu. You can, actually bring that back up, you can have a look at how it's built. See, this doesn't exactly explain how, that does, but it doesn't give you a proper idea as to how it all works. That's something else I got stuck on when it came to how it all worked and how to create a fire. So what you do, you need 2 sticks and 7 stones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will get you started with a reinforced fire, so it won't just disappear. And so I'm going to build it next to it, but you can build it wherever. What all you do, you look down at the ground, you see you've got that highlight come up. Accept it with your left mouse button. You need to do this twice. You see it will give you the prompt to light it. If you press L again, or just walk away from it, it will remove your lighter and you can then do other stuff. So now I recommend using your rocks, and again it highlights the section for you to put down. So if you just place down all 7 of your rocks, there you go, that's now your reinforced fire. There is one other thing that you can add to it to make it last longer. So if you see over here, it looks bigger. It's because it is. So when building houses, you may get quarter logs, 1/4 logs spare, and a lot of people don't really know what to do with them. What I do is I make these. Not only are they aesthetically pleasing, because it looks like a log pile, which all you need to do is just chop the quarter logs into planks, basically. So cut them in half from the top down, and then just stack them up like this. But you can pick them up. You only need 2 for a fire, otherwise you can't use them because you can only put 2 in. You walk over to your fire and you get another highlight, and so what it does is it cuts it in half again and adds it to a fire. This will make your fire last longer. You then come up to it and you hold E. It will bring out your lighter, light some leaves or whatever kindling you have in your inventory. See, when breaking down trees and plants, you automatically pick up leaves. See, I have 913, but you can also use cash that you can collect on the way of kindling, and that you can then come up to, hold E, put food on. The fish traps over there working, and your drying rack, they all link together, and that's why I say that they're essential, because they do help you survive within Sons of the Forest. Moving on to the next bit, we've got birdhouses. Now, a lot of people may judge me for why I'm saying birdhouses, but they are actually quite helpful. I just have to find them. Where? There we go, birdhouse. Utilities. So it's this one. And it costs 18 sticks. You need to place it on something. So, as seen up there, I've got one on there. And if you do use this house, I do explain to you to put them up there. Just because they're out of the way. And they look nice. Again, really simple. Another thing to be just working while you build. If you have somewhere to put it. I believe you can actually put them on trees. Let's have a look. No. Not by the look of that anymore. No. That's a shame really. Would be nice, but put a log down, pick up a log, put it down, put a birdhouse on that. You can put it on these. Doesn't have to be. Put it basically on the ground. You just need one, so it's got somewhere to attach it to. But 18 sticks and some over here. Look what Kelvin's been up to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 sticks. This will help you a little bit less than some of the other stuff, but it is really helpful to have to help you through surviving Sons of the Forest. Because what it does is, while you're out and about doing stuff, birds will start to collect in here and leave bird feathers. As seen over here, I've got a group of bird feathers, and so I can collect them. If I come over here and pick up a couple more sticks, I can go feather. I believe it's 2 stones and a stick. Oh no, whoops, my bad. 2 feathers, 2 more small stones and another stick. You grab them and you combine it using the cog, there we go. And it makes you 4 stone arrows. This can then be used in... Have I got any on me? I don't. Anyway, it can be used in bows, which you can make using... I believe it's sticks and rope, which I don't have any on me, so I sadly can't show you. But I believe it is sticks and rope. If I grab myself another stick, deer bouncing along. Crafted bow. So you need rope, 2 sticks, and I believe that's like duct tape. It's blue, and it sits down here. I sadly don't have any on me, but that's how you make a crafted bow. You can then use that to shoot creatures with and hunt animals, which you can then put on drying racks onto campfires. But the feathers do help with making it, because without them you can't make the arrows, and the only other way of getting arrows is to kill a bird, and they're not easy to do either way. So I now have 3 set up, so I'm going to have plenty of feathers. How many feathers do I have now? I have 24 feathers. Just because that one gave me 5, the other one gave me 5. 5 at a go. With everything that you're making and gathering, you're going to need somewhere to store it. And that moves on to our next bit. So if I go back to storage, we scroll along, you've got shelves. So I'm going to start with a wall shelf. As you can see, pretty big, it's got 3 layers. You're going to require 3 half planks and 3/4 planks. So luckily I have some logs over here which I can grab. If I bring it back over here, these do generally tend to work in favour of you. So you can put them together and then you're then left with a half. So literally you need 2 logs, one here to make the sides, and then the other one is broken up into quarters. No, sorry, halves, which are then put as the actual shelves. You can then access it and put stuff into it when you come out. It's, if you get more, you can walk up to it and see, press C with everything, just like you can with the storages over there. And see, now you're thinking, what can I do with this? See, what you could do is you could break it down and put it on a log pile. Or, with a sacrifice of 2 more sticks, you can... See what I don't know... I'm going to do it over here, just because... I'll do it inside. Just because it's easier. With a sacrifice of 2 more sticks, you can make your life a little bit easier when it comes to storage. So I will... Where can I put it? I'll put it here. So, you need 2 sticks for this. 2. And that half plank, wherever it is, there it is. So you've used 2 logs. You've got yourself 3 layers of storage in 1.5. And then you can come over here. It's going to cost you 2 more sticks. And you can use that other half plank that you've got, that was remaining, to make a wall shelf. And again, hold E, you can access it, put stuff down. If I put one of each down on it, there we go. And then just, there we go, fill it up. Just make sure you don't try and break something behind it. And there we go. And now you see, I've managed to empty out the majority of my inventory and just those 2 shelves. And it just makes your life so much easier, and also so much neater, because, oh, there we go, look. That's what you need. And some of that. I didn't realise I had stuff in there. My severest apologies. So it's a little bit of a divert after I've done this. But once you start going out and collecting a lot of stuff, like wires and batteries and C4 bottles, see, I've got gas canisters up here, I've got time bombs, flares, golf balls even, watches. You do start to fill up and you need somewhere to empty. I come over here to the other house. I'm not sure. No, I haven't filled anything up, so, except for the fact that I've got a bit of roof missing, which we don't talk about. I know why. I broke it in one of my other games. I chopped a tree down and it broke. Anyway, but you're able to empty out quite a lot of your inventory and store it. See, I personally wouldn't put these there because they take up a lot of excess storage, which in your inventory they don't, and so they're pointless, in my opinion, to be just sat on a shelf. So you can put your arrows down and your crossbow bolts, which gives you more space to go and collect stuff. But onto the point that I wanted to show you. See, you have, let's pick up my arrows again. I'm going to need them for this. I now have what I need. So, duct tape, rope up here, and 2 sticks. You go like this, and click your cog to combine, you then get yourself a crafted bow. I'm going to assign that to 0, just by hovering over it and clicking 0. See, it's appeared above equip. I can then come out. If I click 0, you've then got a bow with an arrow, and you can, using your left mouse button, you can draw it back. If you click your right mouse button, it stops. And on the release of your left mouse button, once you've drawn it back, you fire your arrow. You can walk up to it then and collect it, but it is a lot nicer than having to worry about something running up on you, because if you can keep them at bay with a bow, then, and if you can get good at a bow, it comes in handy, because later on you will be able to find yourself a better bow with, oh brilliant, Kelvin's done, the better arrows. See, I've got carbon fibre arrows and crossbow bolts. See, the carbon fibre arrows can be put into a compound bow, and the crossbow bolts, of course, into a crossbow. These are stronger than stone arrows and 3D printed arrows, but are harder to get. So that is where the birdhouses come into play, because you collect the feathers, create arrows, and use the arrows to help defend your base. We're going to get onto something a little bit simpler that you've seen me use throughout, and it's these collectors, as they're called, but they're storages. So back to your one that looks like something being put in a box, and you've got, if you go back into it, you've got 4 different. You've got stick, rock, bone, and log. I'm not going to show you log, because I don't feel that log is as efficient as the others. So I'm going to show you bone, stick, and rock. Requires 6 sticks for the stick. 6 stick. Jesus. Say that 6 times fast. 7 sticks for the rock storage, and 7 sticks for the bone storage. I'll start with the stick storage. If I bring it over here, I'll line them all up. So, stick storage, you place it down to really pick you up some sticks. Collect them, I don't need 7. Stick storage. See, if I grab Kelvin now, I'm going to get him to do it again. Get sticks and filled holder. See, he'll probably also fill that one over there, but he will fill the holders. And once he's done, he will come to you and tell you. But they hold so many sticks, and again, it empties your inventory, which saves you space, because if all of a sudden you need sticks and you don't have any, then you're a bit stuck. Whereas if you have a stick storage that's full, you can go out, pick some up, go around, do whatever you need to do, and just slowly but surely fill it back up, or get Kelvin to go and fill it up again. So moving on, as you saw me select, we've got the rock storage. So I'm going to leave it sideways, just because it looks a little bit nicer. But 7 sticks. It's not majorly complex. Oh, here he is. There we go. Got 5 already. So I'm just going to run round and pick some more up from this one, because they're already filled. 6, 7. There we go. 7 sticks. And so, there you go. You use the E to put them in, and they're in. It's done. It's as simple as that. And then when you pick up rocks like this that you can use for your fire, or I don't really know what else you can use them for. There is something else you can use them for, but Ooh, spiddies. If all of a sudden you're full and you can't carry any more, you come over to your rock holder using C, you place them in, and they stack up, and they just sit quite nicely like that. It's the same with the stick holder. Once you place them down, I'll pick them up and show you. So, you have them in your inventory, you click C, and they start, you just start piling them in. Now, moving on to the bone storage. You won't need this as much, but when you start collecting bones, by dropping dead bodies onto fires, they do just start to pile up, and it's quite annoying to just have them around or in your inventory, because you may want to collect skulls, and bones do take up the same space as skulls. So, again, 8 sticks. I thought it said 7. Whoops. Oh. Wait. Yeah, 7. 7 sticks. What did I put down? Oh. Okay. Anyway. It's asking for 8 sticks, but I don't need 8 sticks. Anyway. So, let's collect the 8 sticks that it requires. You come over to here, and again, just use your E, put them in, and fabulous, you've got bone storage. Oh yeah, it did use 8 sticks. And so, it's the same process with everything else. See, I will pick up my 15 bones from over there. I think I got more in the other one, but you can come up to it once it's in your inventory. You don't have to have it in your hand. See that? I can put my axe in my hand and just fill it up. Once it's full, it will tell you. But it is probably, they are the nicest and best things to have around, because they just mean that you can store stuff and know where they are without having to worry about hunting through your inventory for it, because you can walk out and just pick it up. See, pick up a rock, pick up a stick, pick up a log. See, with these you can drop them in. See, look, I'm going to press G and it just fills in. Don't ask me why. You may be able to do it with this. Oh, let me try it with a rock. See how good my aim is. Come on in. I'm sorry. Oh, that's no fun. It puts it in my inventory. Bit boring. Now, on to the last thing. Locks. I'm going to link this into how you make doors. But, see, you require, for a door, you require 3 full planks. You can stack them together. And so when you come to a door frame, you get that arrow. See, I'm going to do it the other way, because of how you can do it either way. So you can do it this way, or you can do it this way. The side that's got the actual grain on it is the side that will have your lock. So that's why I do it that way, because then you can lock yourself in. And so 3 planks, you just place them on, and you can walk in, walk out. Simple. Now, for a lock, all you need is a stick. You put it in your hands, you get that help notice, prompt, that's what it's called, to in which direction it will sit. Use your left mouse button and it puts it on your door. As you can see, I've now got a new notification to lock. So if I hold E, it's locked, and I can't run through it anymore. They won't be able to run through it. Can't get out through my windows, luckily. If I hold E, I unlock it, and then I can walk through again. So you can't lock it from the outside. You can only lock it from the inside, which is why I do it this way, because you can't lock yourself out. Thank God. So that just is then there to protect you from any monsters that decide they want to try and run at you. Because I remember when I played The Forest briefly, a long time ago, that's one thing that always happened. They would locate me at night, and I'd run into my house thinking I'd be safe, and they'd just run through the door. There was no way to stop them just running through an open door. Even if it was set up like this, they'd just run through it because there's no lock on it. There's no stop. No stopper. So that is everything that I believe is important. Oh, she's here. Didn't know you were here. Sorry. There we go. Within that time that I was talking, we have gained, sadly, only one fish, but it's a fish, and that you can then put on your drying rack. And if we go and have a look at our drying rack, I don't think they're dry. Generally, it takes for a get off. It takes for you to sleep over the night for them to dry. That is what I feel you should do and should know when it comes to starting Sons of the Forest. And so, I'm afraid that brings it to a close for today. I hope you enjoyed the Essential Guide, and also go and check out my editing Discord and my YouTube channel Discord that are linked within the description. I thank you so much for watching. Goodbye for now.